What's going on, gamers? Today we're jumping into some more Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm going to be going over the best traits that you should be looking at in order to make a truly powerful build. So if that interests you, stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back everybody. Today we're back in Hogwarts and we're going to be taking a look at traits. Which ones should you be looking out for, which ones are the most powerful, and which ones will work out the best for your build. Now, just in case you're new to the game and you don't know anything about traits, you can't unlock them and put them on your gear straight away. You will have to complete a bit of the main quest line. The two quests that you're going to have to complete will be the Room of Requirement, and then after that the Elf, the Knapsack and the Loom. Once these are done, you'll be able to upgrade your gear and make them even more powerful. Now, if you ever want to know what traits you've got, you can go straight down to your collections, pop down to the bottom here, and you'll be able to see everything that you've collected, and exactly how you do collect them. Whether it be challenges, exploration, or the very first one you pick up, you grab it through a quest. However, one thing I do wish I'd known a long time ago is that a lot of these are actually very underwhelming, and you're probably never going to be putting them on any type of build. There's definitely a few that stand out and some that have their place in certain styles, but overall there's probably only a handful in the game that are actually worth putting on your gear slots. And as you can see, I've unlocked quite a few of these. A lot of them will be tier 1s and tier 2s, and even a few tier 3s thrown in. Most of these are unlocked through playing the game and completing certain challenges. Mainly with this, it's going to be your combat challenges. However, most of the ones that you do unlock that way are pretty much all of the defensive kind. And seeing as they're only against one type of enemy, rather than an overall defense, it doesn't really work out in your interest in order to put these on your gear. Mainly what you're going to want to look out for will be the tier 3 varieties, as they'll be the best and highest tier overall. However, after playing for quite some time now, there's a few that I would say definitely stand out by an absolute mile. The first one, and one that a lot of people will be probably wanting on their build, will be Unforgivable 3. If you're all about curses and doing a lot of damage that way, then Unforgivable 3 is going to give you a massive amount of extra damage, more so than any other trait. Stack 6 of these and you definitely won't regret it, and anything that's cursed is going to take a massive amount of extra damage because of that. If however you're focusing on a more rounded build and aren't going into the dark arts, but instead prefer using your normal spells, then Concentration 3 is probably the way to go. This is going to give you a really nice bit of damage, and it's going to work on all your spells rather than just single spells, giving you a nice damage boost for your overall setup. However, if you're more inclined to be using your Ancient Magic and you want to focus on that, then there's a few that can definitely help you out. Ancient Magic Focus significantly increases your magic meter fill rate, so if you want to be using your Ancient Magic a whole bunch more, then this one can work a treat. Or if instead you don't want it to fill up faster but you want to do a massive amount of extra damage with it, then Ancient Magic 3 is going to be the one for you, as it significantly increases your damage from Ancient Magic. I have seen this hit ridiculous numbers and it's a lot of fun to use, so this may be one to look out for if you're into Ancient Magic. Now if however you only really enjoy using one type of damaging spell, say for example you're after your Bombarder, then stacking Explosive 3 and having 6 of these would mean that that single spell would hit the hardest it can. The same for the one for Confringo, Crucio and Defendo. This is quite good as it does a lot of damage, but ultimately I found myself using Concentration more so than this, as it made your build a little bit more rounded. Lastly, one of the two most broken in the game, we've already gone over Unforgivable, now we're going on to Herbology. Herbology 3 does crazy amounts of damage. If you're going down the potions path, if you're going to be using those cabbages and your mandrakes and your venomous tentaculars, then Herbology 3 is going to be the one you want on every piece of your gear. This makes them all hit such high damage numbers that a lot of times you don't really need to do much in order to take out the enemies. Also, I think this one might be a little bit bugged, because Herbology 3 works better than any of the other tier 3 Herbology traits. For example, Fangs 3 significantly increases your Chinese chomping cabbages. 6 of those will give you less damage on your cabbages than Herbology currently does. So in my opinion, like I said earlier, Herbology and Unforgivable are definitely the two best traits currently in the game. Now if you're thinking that's great, but how exactly do I get traits? Well, don't worry, it's actually very easy in this game. All you're going to do, go to your world map, have a little look for your bandit camps, then you're just going to jump over to them, take out all the baddies that are there, and you're going to be looking for one of these chests. There'll be at least one in every single one of these sites. Before you open it up though, make sure you save, That way when you open it up, you'll be able to see if it's the one you want. If it's not, you can literally just go back to your last save point. You're going to be at the exact place, open up the chest again, and you're probably going to get yourself something different. Rinse and repeat to your heart's desire until you get those tier 3 ones that you're after. I've unlocked all of them, so I won't be getting them this time, but it is definitely the best way to get the exact traits you're after fast. Right, you gamers, there'll be a lot more content from me coming up. As always, take care. I'll see you on next day.